is an honor to join you in this important action-centered dialogue on scaling the future trade and tech hubs of Africa. If you have ever taken a trip to New York City or to the New York metropolitan area, one of the first images you will encounter is the Statue of Liberty. Lady Liberty stands as a symbol of freedom and equality. The rays from her crown defy the darkness. Her torch illuminates hope and opportunity. Many of those individuals who come to the United States seeking opportunity and equality have migrated from Africa. These individuals make significant contributions to the vitality of the United States as leaders in all aspects of our society. I run an annual Women's Entrepreneurship Week initiative at Berkeley College. I can share with you the names of many women from Africa who empower our communities right here in New York City. Women who hold elected office, those who own businesses and lead economic development initiatives, and those who are educating our children and future generations of leaders, including our domestic and international students at Berkeley College. These women have introduced us to the brilliance of Africa, its people, its history, its innovation, its commerce, its traditions, and its potential. Africa is a continent filled with hope and limitless opportunities. Women comprise half of the continent's 1.4 billion population. Advancing equity for women in Africa is where the greatest potential lies. In Africa and around the world, women have been at the forefront of exposing equity gaps magnified by the COVID-19 pandemic. In order to scale the future trade and tech hubs of Africa, we must build scalable solutions to providing equitable pathways to opportunities. Scalable solutions that address social, economic, and humanitarian disparities. Equal pay for equal work is non-negotiable. Globally, women earn 77 cents to the dollar as our male counterparts, and the gap widens for women with children. The gender-based disparities go beyond equal pay for equal work. They touch on areas such as childcare, education, technology and digital access, business and entrepreneurship, financial empowerment, and healthcare. The majority of women entrepreneurs say they start businesses to meet their family needs, and that flexibility is more important than making the most money. Offering workers flexibility should not compromise their earnings. There are many female founders who once worked for large corporations and experienced resistance moving up the career ladder, so they paved their own pathway forward. You will hear from some of these women, some of these female founders at today's summit. Businesses need a labor force to survive and thrive. Oxfam, a global organization focused on eradicating inequality to end poverty and injustice, reported an exodus of more than 64 million women from the global workforce in 2020. This equates to 5% of women leaving their jobs and $800 billion in lost income. Women are leaving the labor force because of responsibilities as primary caregivers in their households. The value of unpaid care work, most of which is performed by women, is $10.8 trillion. By exiting the workforce, women have further exposed the disparities in childcare. They have demonstrated that the foremost priority is the safety and well-being of our children. They have said, we will not sacrifice our children for $1, a pound, a rupee, or a rand. The lack of childcare in industrialized, emerging, and developing nations presents a socioeconomic dilemma, not just for Africa, but for the majority of the countries around the world, including the United States. Accelerating the economy of Africa entails enabling the participation of women in the workforce and providing pathways to business ownership. These two objectives, enabling a productive workforce and establishing more women-owned businesses, can be accomplished through the development of an opportunity infrastructure that offers scalable solutions to social, educational, and financial inequities, and prioritizes access to resources that activate and accelerate economic growth. What does an opportunity infrastructure look like? The infrastructure supports childcare, flexible work, education, digitally connected communities, and economic empowerment. Universal childcare would enable women to participate in the labor force with peace of mind that their children are being cared for in a safe environment. Flexible work would provide compensation and extended time off for family issues and family care needs. UNICEF has a plan that offers a mix of paid maternity, paternity, and parental leave for mothers and fathers. Access to education is critical at all levels, with a focus on adult literacy and experiential learning in technology, e-commerce, and growth industries such as healthcare, clean energy, and the environment. A special emphasis should be directed toward underrepresented agricultural areas, which are often lacking in educational resources for women and children. We can learn from Carol Boer, CEO of Carol Boer Productions and a speaker at today's summit, who is also a special advocate for UNICEF South Africa's influential Women's Forum. And she is also an instrumental advocate for the children of South Africa. A key area for higher education is professional development. Partnerships with colleges and universities would bring an ability to reskill and upskill the labor force. It is crucial for women to acquire the technical competencies to advance innovation and opportunities in the digital economy. Equipping startup entrepreneurs and the overall workforce with basic digital skills would increase business development and trade and commerce, along with wages and flexible work options. One of the emerging women in tech in Africa is Regina Honu, founder and CEO of Saranko Solutions, a software development firm and social enterprise based in Ghana. Honu also started the Saranko Academy, the first coding and human-centered design school for children and young adults based in West Africa, in Accra, the capital of Ghana. Honu's socially responsible approach helps prepare students for careers in the digital economy. It is incumbent upon business and industry to collaborate with communities, including educational institutions and governmental and non-governmental organizations, to accelerate opportunities for all. Kibonin Nifi of Bamenda, Cameroon, CEO of Cameroon Clothing Company, and a speaker at today's summit, says going back to school was a way for her to develop a more sustainable plan for her brand. She produces garments made from fabrics worn by royalty in her home country, and she employs women in her hometown. Digitally connected communities are integral to the opportunity infrastructure. Just 25% of Africa has access to the internet. A wide-spanning digital infrastructure would increase opportunities across all sectors of African society, including commerce and industry, business ownership and entrepreneurship, education, finance, the environment, healthcare, and communications. One example of how digital inequities are being addressed is the Digital Economy for Africa initiative by the World Bank, which is working toward digitally enabling every person, business, and government in Africa by 2030 through a collaborative, community-centered approach. The Brookings Institution reports that internet access has led to the creation of 1.7 million jobs and has added $144 billion to Africa's economy, which is the equivalent of 8.5% of the continent's gross domestic product. Digitally grounded businesses are well poised for growth. Based on an analysis of the International Finance Corporation in partnership with the European Commission, the African e-commerce market could expand by up to $14.5 billion if the number of women selling on online platforms attains parity with the number of men selling. Training and more access to financing are two key factors that will help women-owned businesses increase their impact. Gabriel Patrick, CEO of Nabu, whom you just heard from, is a crypto clearing bank based in London. The bank serves the blockchain community. Her firm is focused on providing blockchain solutions for the fintech industry and extends banking services for small to medium-sized businesses and crypto companies. In order to scale the future trade and tech hubs of Africa, we must attain scalable solutions to achieving gender equity. An opportunity infrastructure sets the foundation to move Africa's digital economy forward and the lives of the people of Africa forward. As the continent's digital economy advances, the tech hubs of Africa are beacons of hope and opportunity. From Lagos to Johannesburg and Accra to Nairobi, there is a significant role for women to play in every facet of Africa's growth. The future is Africa.